Hey everyone, and happy holidays to you. So lately I have been over on my Instagram posting decor and like little fun finds I found when I've been out shopping, and I'm always truly amazed by how many people write back to me or respond about like a candle or something. So today I wanted to show you my holiday haul. I set a little budget for myself so that I could get myself some new decor. So I got myself some things for our bookshelf and our entryway. So I want to show you everything that I got at Target, Michael's, Dollar Tree, and a few things that I'm thinking about getting at Home Goods. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm also going to show you how I styled my bookshelf and my entryway, including my tiered tray, which I got as a gift this year, which I love. Like, it is so fun. I was going to say it was a splurge. It would have been a splurge if I was the one that bought it. So I was really grateful to get it as a gift, but that's been super fun to style. Now, before we get started, I want to tell you about one tip I have when it comes to holiday decor. So I was texting with a friend the other day who really felt my exact same sentiments because she was out shopping and she was like, I want to get stuff, but I'm like super overwhelmed. And I totally felt that. Like, I went and I was like, I want everything, but I don't know like what would match with what. And so here is what I recommend. Two things. First, go on Pinterest, go on Instagram and save pictures and pins and look at common themes. So for example, I noticed that everything I saved under tiered trays had mini trees. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and get mini trees. And then I started thinking of things that would go with those mini trees, like colors and other ornaments and items that seemed like they would match together. So that's what I did. I will say though, use Instagram and Pinterest as inspiration, because one thing that can happen, especially this time of year when you want to be extra grateful for what you have, is you start to see things that you see the picture and it's beautiful, but you have a hard time imagining how to bring it to life. So for example, I saw this gorgeous picture on Instagram of this like 10-foot tree, and it was decorated perfectly. And I was like, yes, that is the tree that I want for my foyer next to my gorgeous, enormous mirror. And then I'm like, but you don't have a foyer and you don't have an enormous mirror hanging there, and you don't have money for a Christmas tree like that. So I don't know like where you're getting these ideas. And I don't want it to be like I'm unsatisfied or dissatisfied with what I have. Like, I want to be grateful for what I have. So anyway, is unsatisfied? It's dissatisfied. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. So I want to be grateful for what I have. So I would say pick one thing and make a budget for that instead of trying to like furnish your entire house. Start with one thing. So that's why I chose the entryway and the bookshelf. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you some of the things that I got. So as you can see with all of this, I was going for sort of more of a rustic look, the wood, the dark greens, the berries. I just thought it was really pretty. So that's what I went for this year. So I got a few things at the Dollar Tree. These berries here are not super high quality, but I think maybe I can make them work as an accent somewhere. And then these three ornaments, and the little owl ornament were obviously $1 each, and the Let It Snow sign was also $1. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use the Let It Snow sign. I don't know that it necessarily goes with what I'm going for, but I figured it was $1, let me try. I will also say that if you really like start going down the YouTube rabbit hole and you're just like looking at video after video after video, there are people who like specialize in making Dollar Tree crafts, and people do incredible things. Like, they look really high end. So if you want to grab a few of these signs, definitely look around and get some, because they have so many cute options and things that are very craftable in my opinion. Dollar Tree had some really cute signs, bows, ornaments, you name it. Like, they were fully stocked, and they had some really cute ornament crafts. So I talked last week about some different crafts and things you can do with kids, and they had a lot of options there. So check that out if that's something that you're looking for. Also, I loved their stockings. They had a million different kinds, and I would say that my favorite are the Christmas tree one and the snowflake one, and I think those could be used if you want to do like a secret Santa, and instead of putting things in a gift bag, you wanted to put them in a stocking to make it look a little extra festive. They were really cute. And they also have, which I just love, they have the ones that are the sequin kinds where like you like touch it and you like goes up and down, up and down. I love those. I mean, I know they have those on like pencil pouches and stuff for like kids' school supplies. If I were a kid, I mean, I'm an adult and I can't keep focused, but if I were a kid and had that, oh my gosh, I think I would just be like playing with that all day long. So anyway, really cute stocking options if you're looking for them. All right, next up is Michael's. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. I'm telling you something, you need to believe me. Do not go after work or on the weekend, okay? I am not kidding you. I have a rule now, I will only go in the evening, which is a little challenging because Penny goes to bed at 8 and they close at 9, but I do not care. I went like around like that 4, 5, 6 time one day last week, and I've been trying, if I have to run errands, to like be careful, and you know, a lot of stores have mask policies and everything like that, but like to stay away from people. And I love Michael's, but their queue is a disaster always. Like they need to do like the Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Joann's thing where they have different registers open and then like one queue and people feed in, because they had 2 registers open with 1 trillion people trying to check out. And it was so crazy that it went through the main section of all the like the decor and starting going in the back of the store. And I felt so bad for the people working. Like they were doing their best, but like Michael's needs to get it together. But in the meantime, since I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, go in the evening. So just trust me on that. I will say I still love Michael's from the bottom of my heart because they have really, really good deals. I just wish they would address that one thing. So I got a ton of things. So most things were 40% off, and I got this green garland that was originally $14.99. It was marked down to $8.99. The pine cones were on sale, regularly $6.99. They were marked down to $3.99, and they smell so good. I just like really, really love the cinnamon scent. I got the season greeting sign for $7.79 and the Noel sign for $5.99. Those were both marked down 40%. The snowflake ornament was $9.99 and it was marked down to $5.99. And they only had a very few of these like little skinny signs when I was there. It was $4.99, marked down to $1.99. The red snowflake ornament was $4.99, marked down to $2.99. And the branches and berries and picks ranged from $1.99 to $3.99, and they were also all 40% off. So lots of good deals. The wood ornament, or the wood W, was $4.99. It was marked down to $2.99. And the W ornament was $9.99, marked down to $5.99. And the joy ornament was $4.99, marked down to $2.99. And so lots of great things on sale. I think everything I got was 40% off or more. So really good deals if you want to look. And as of right now, like late November, still really well stocked. One thing I also just love about Michael's is that they have different themes in their decor section. So if you look around, this section here is the silver and snow section, which is just so pretty. Like they have so many beautiful things. They also have a winter woodland area, which I think that's probably like my style of all the things that I got. I thought that was really beautiful. And the peppermint lane one is just so fun. Like I just love that. So it's helpful if you want to go look at one of those sections because those things all kind of like match together, so that's great. I would say that it's a little bit more pricey at Michael's than Dollar Tree, obviously, or even Target, but they just have some really beautiful options. Speaking of beautiful options, all of their trees pretty much, I mean, when I was there, I think they were 50% off, but I feel like for the rest of the season, they're probably gonna be between 40 and 60% off. They have so many nice things. So if I had a mansion and I needed 2 entryway trees, I would get this. If someone gave me $20 and told me to decorate a break room or a faculty room, I would definitely get this one. If I needed like a brand new, like nice main tree for my house, I would pick this one. And if I needed like a small space tree that was like kind of skinny and like I had a little room for it, I would pick this one. So they had so many beautiful tree options there, all on sale. If you go, you will not be disappointed. They have so many signs, Santas, their wreath aisle, ornaments, everything is so well stocked. So definitely check out Michael's at night, late, not on a weekend. Last up is Target. This is all laying on 2 dish towels that I got at Target for $3 each, so I thought they were super cute. This big pick was $5 and the big tree here was $10, and the mini paper trees were $1 each. They were in that front area, and the white trees were a 4-pack for $5. The little houses were 3 for $5 and the little bells were $3 for a 4-pack. The mini lights were on sale for $7.20 in retrospect. I probably could have gotten that cheaper somewhere else, but these look nice. The big house was $10. The 2 smaller houses were $5 each, and the mini burlap trees were $3 each. The 2-pack of trees were $5 and the candle was $5. And lastly, each of these ornaments right here were $5. Target is definitely one of my favorite places to shop. I think actually it is. I just think their customer service is really good. Everyone is super friendly and knowledgeable and tries to help, and the store is always so clean. Like, have you ever been in a gross Target? I don't think you have, or if you have, maybe you have, but like less than like all the times you've been in like a bunch of the other stores that kind of get like cluttered, or I don't know. I've just always had great shopping experiences there. Their trees are also well stocked. Their gingerbread aisle looks incredible. I talked about that in my video last week as well. So many different options, and their wrapping paper is probably the best wrapping paper section I have seen in any store. So if you need to stock up, definitely go check that out. Lots of wrapping paper, bows, all sorts of things. And one last tip about Target, they have a lot of stuff in their seasonal section, but don't forget to check end caps because you might find mugs, dish towels, blankets, pillows, candles, things throughout the whole store. So let me know if you go to Target because they have so many good things there. I didn't get anything at HomeGoods, but I'm gonna go back. Have almost spent my entire holiday budget. That's okay though. I'm glad I set one because it would be so easy to just keep getting and getting and getting because it's fun to buy holiday decor. But definitely go and look around. They had an amazing selection of pillows, blankets, just general holiday decor. The wreaths were super well stocked and they had a lot of Christmas tree skirts and stockings, but this stocking right here was my favorite. I thought this was really pretty. Their generic chocolate gift section is also totally stocked. And I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but you are probably gonna be in a Secret Santa situation or a situation where you need like kind of a nice gift for somebody that's like, you don't know what to get them, and you go for the chocolate and there you go, box of Godiva for you. So they had a lot of things there. Also, there were like a million dish towels and table runners and just so many things. There were dish towels that I saw and I really love them. I posted them on Instagram and everyone was like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. And I was like, you know what, they are cute. I'm gonna go back, and I went back and they were gone. So HomeGoods is one of those places where if you see something and you can afford to get it, you should get it because if you go back, it might not be there anymore. So check out HomeGoods, they had great stuff. All right, so there you have it. That's everything that I got. At one moment I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm done my holiday shopping. I spent my whole budget and I'm done. And I'm like, right, but you didn't get anybody anything. You just got decor. So anyway, I'm glad I have a little money in the budget set aside for gifts for other people, right? That's the idea, thinking of others at this time of year. Moving along, I'm gonna tell you about setting up my tiered tray. So the first thing I did is I wiped everything down. I packed up all my pumpkins, and instead of putting down a runner, I laid down those 2 dish towels as a runner. That was the intention when I bought them. One, it was cheaper. They were $3 each. And also I didn't see a runner that I loved that I thought would fit well. And if you fold those towels well, they work really nicely. So I thought that that was really pretty. The next thing I'll say, if you own a tiered tray, especially one that's like medium or large size, it gets expensive putting things on there because you need a lot of things so it looks full. So I knew that I was going to need a bunch of stuff. So the first thing that I did was I put pine cones on there because I wanted to sort of know that that was sort of my my filler, and then that I would place ornaments and decorations and things around that. So that was step 1. I put all of my pine cones in there. Also, side note, they smell like cinnamon. So when you walk in my house, it smells really good. I can't go back to regular pine cones now. Another side note, when dealing with pine cones, be careful. They are sharp. I actually posted a picture of my tiered tray when it was done, and 2 of my friends texted me right away and they were like, oh my gosh, I love it. And I was like, thank you. I love it too, but I am literally standing in sharp trash and glitter because, you know, cutting up all of the different picks and the pine cones were everywhere. So just like be careful. Maybe if you have indoor flip-flops or sandals or shoes, wear them because it was a gigantic mess. The next thing I did after pine cones, I put a couple mini trees on there, is I got all of my like greenery out and I was getting ready to cut it. Now, some of the greenery is plasticky and it's super easy to just pop off. Some of the greenery you're gonna need to cut off. And so I'm really glad my husband wasn't home for this. Actually, he edits these videos. He's awesome. And he's not gonna know until he watches this that I did this, but he has these like gigantic shears out in the garage. Like, I mean, like they're like this big. They're used for like, you know, bushes outdoors. And I had to use those because no other scissors in our house would cut, like they were this like wiry and thick. So I had like his gigantic shears in our house, and he would have just been like, if he saw this, he would have been like, you're gonna cut your finger off. So I didn't. Hallelujah. But when I did that, some of the edges are still really sharp. So make sure you wrap a piece of tape around the bottom of it so that as you're putting things on your tiered tray or when you're packing it up at the end of the holidays, you don't cut yourself because it is dangerous. So be careful. All right, so I put all of the greenery in there, and a lot of it after that is just putting ornaments, candles, things like that. If you want to put something and you want it a little higher up, just feel free to put it on anything. I put a candle on top of its lid so that it would boost it up. Even just 1/4 of an inch makes it look a little nicer. And I honestly think a lot of it is put everything on there and just adjust, move things around. I used the joy ornament and I cut off the top so it was no longer an ornament and put it as my like little topper, my little star on top. So it's a lot of just adjusting and moving things around. And then at the end, I used some different like mini trees and some little decorations. So I was so happy with how it came out. It's just, I don't know that this is everybody's style because it just looks super like, it reminds me of winter and snow and like pine and green. And being in Florida, you know, I don't get that winter anymore. I'm originally from Maryland. So it was really, really fun to make. So I was super happy with how my tiered tray came out. So the tiered tray was my main project. It's something that I just love. I love like walking into my house and seeing it, and it just makes me so happy. So the bookshelf was more of like a secondary project. So what I did is I took everything that was fall related down and I put all of the leftover stuff that I got from Dollar Tree, Michael's, I just shoved it all back up there. Now one thing that's really good is that like I painted this, it looks kind of junky. Like if you look like right down here, you can see like some of the paint has like dripped, and it didn't really matter because it sat up so high, like on the very top shelf, you couldn't see it. And it was in the back, and it was more just for the color of like the black, white, and gray theme I was going with. And this is what the front looks like. These were from Dollar Tree. I got a couple of them. And that's what's nice about getting stuff at Dollar Tree is if you do like an art project and it comes out like fine or mediocre or, you know, whatever, but you're like, I don't know that I need to keep this for next year, you can get rid of it and you don't feel so bad because it was $1. It wasn't like something that you purchased and it was $12.99. Like $1, like you can live with that. So that's why I like going to Dollar Tree. Sometimes they're good about having things that you can use for like little fill-in pieces. So I moved everything fall off, I packed some stuff up, and I put all of that new holiday stuff on there, and then I just started moving things around, like adjusting and taking things down and switching shelves. One thing that I personally have been working on lately, focusing on, is trying to combine this mentality of like, I can get myself some nice things and make something look Pinteresty with the fact that like a small human lives in my house. And if you are a person with pets or small humans living in your house, you know that that can be very challenging at times. So what I decided to do was split the bookshelf with Penny. So I get the top half and she gets the bottom half, which is really nice because sometimes if I'm in the kitchen, she can go into one of her bins. So at the bottom, these two bins are from Target. They're $6 each. And then the white bins and the black bins above those were $1 each at Dollar Tree. Now, I know that this is like my beautiful bookshelf that I've envisioned and tried to style perfectly, or at least in a way that will make me happy, and that there are a bunch of like brightly colored yellow and green and blue and pink balls inside of one of these bins. That's life though, you know what I mean? Like I am at a point where I'm realizing that I can be happy with something can be pretty and styled and I can appreciate it, and it doesn't have to be exactly the same as a model home or Pinterest or something like that. So the bottom is for her and the top is for me, and I'm really happy with how it came out. Anyway, if you're still looking for holiday decor, it is definitely not too late to get things. All of the stores that I just named, nothing was really super picked over. Home Goods, I will say, was super impressive. They had the best selection of anywhere I went. Another place I will recommend visiting at night. Pretty much all places I will recommend visiting at night just because of crowds and safety, but it's also in general, even minus COVID, a more enjoyable shopping experience, holiday or not, when there aren't a bunch of people around, in my opinion. So let me know if you find anything special, any great deals, anything you're in love with at any of those places or somewhere else. And I hope you enjoyed this. Also let me know if you styled your own tiered tray. I love seeing everyone's and how they come out. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next time. Well, I didn't see the scissors, well, that's what I use.
Kevin McAllister cuts the rope with in the trivia.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what Kevin McAllister cuts the rope with. Yeah, that's all I could find. You were at work. Who was at work?
In the toolbox.